from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now this will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They are led by their quarterback from the University of Hawaii, a former 7th-round pick. It's Cole McDonald.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Brings up
a look at the numbers from Penny last week. 16 carries, 64 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Penny, the ball carry.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Intended for Tyler Lockett.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they go back to the ground now with Penny. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Boston Scott, his first carry, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on second down. It's Scott, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Boston Scott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. McDonald sets to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
The quarterback is sacked.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Huntley. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Huntley's pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley dumps that off to Penny as running back.
Huntley's pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
7. Cardinals, nothing.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up
a first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, McDonald rolling to his right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
That's good for a Cardinals.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
At the 39-yard line.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And now he'll tuck it and run.
That's another Cardinals.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Cardinals 0.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
to throw on 2nd down. Huntley stepping up. He's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. From the gun, it's McDonald, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun, McDonald, and this is going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
40-yard line.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Second and 9.
From the gun, Huntley.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like the adopter what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald, he gets it left side to Johnson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And it's third.
On third down, Huntley. He'll find Metcalf. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And this one caught by Max Williams. 7 yards there and a first down.
Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, McDonald. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
9 yards, the pickup there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, McDonald. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Drake. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald. That ball complete to Isabella. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
McDonald. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the gun on third down. Huntley. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Operating from the gun. Huntley. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Keeps the score. Cardinals 10. Seahawks 7.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McDonald steps away to his left. He'll run it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
To throw on third down. Huntley leaves it for Penny. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Rashad Penny. A gain of 7.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Huntley to throw. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Colby Parkinson. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
On 3rd and 2, Huntley escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Scramble. Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this for both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the
to throw again. McDonald. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald underneath for Johnson. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Deontay Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up second.
Again, it's Penny.
At the 7-yard
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Second and 10. From the gun, Huntley to the right side and complete to Metcalf.
Huntley is passed.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Short throw to Disley, and he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a give to Penny. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Huntley, they'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Huntley. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Huntley being chased out left. And he's going to go down again. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Huntley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run toss to the right with Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Second and 12. Operating from the gun. McDonald caught by Snead over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
2nd and 8 coming up. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. McDonald, throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald able to find Isabella. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. This one caught by Isabella. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Isabella.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Cardinals 13. Seahawks 7.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 24-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Here's Huntley. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll pull it down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Huntley. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A handoff to Penny. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, 30, past the 20, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Throwing is McDonald. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Huntley. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off play action. Huntley.
The quarterback on the scramble.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 1st down, it's Johnson. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald forced out to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11
from the gun. McDonald flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
By Shaquem Griffin. A big loss on the play.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On the give, this is Drake. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal.
A 31-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
The score, Cardinals 24, Seahawks 7.
So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take back over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st down, Huntley sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw, Huntley. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks 26-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Snell. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 6-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Arizona, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.